Can you invest in real estate even if you don't have extensive knowledge? What if you can't put in a lot of effort? Can you start with little money? Sa totoo lang, you don't need to have all three: knowledge, effort, and money. But with the right strategy, you just need to focus on two things. How exactly? Let's find out. I'm Edric Maguan, and this is The Real Deal. Knowledge, effort, money are the three general requirements when you invest in real estate. Pero alam mo ba, you don't even need to have all three. It's really about mixing and matching what you have with the right strategy. You could say it's a lot like chemistry. Get it? The more important thing is you get started sooner by just focusing on two out of these three requirements. Then, find the right strategy based on the two things that you have right now or the two things that you can and are willing to acquire in the near future. But before we go to the different strategies you can pursue, let's first talk about the three requirements. First, pag-usapan natin ang knowledge. Knowledge, in other words, is investing savviness. Do you know the fundamentals you have to look at to identify which properties have strong potential? Do you know how to analyze the financials of specific properties to know if it's worth investing in? Do you know how to structure and negotiate deals to make it a winner? Are you familiar with the different tools you can use to be more efficient with your money? It may seem like it will cost a lot to gain knowledge, pero sa totoo lang, you don't have to spend a huge amount of money. There are countless contents online to help you gain knowledge on investing in real estate. Most of them are actually free. Take my YouTube channel as an example. You can also learn from the experiences of those who have already invested in real estate. Look at different strategies. Talk to a number of real estate investors to get their perspective. Everyone will have a different story and opinion on how they were able to start and grow their real estate investments. But the more important thing is you get to understand the logic behind it and apply and adjust it to your own situation. Next, let's talk about effort, or what is otherwise called sweat equity. When it comes to investing in real estate, putting in more effort can give value to your real estate investment. For example, you can put more effort in getting a property ready for your intended purpose, such as fixing it up, then flipping it later on. Or you could put effort into managing the property day in and day out. This is called sweat equity because when you put in the right kind of effort, you can increase the value of the property. Spending effort into planning and executing improvements to a property will increase its value. Spending effort into managing the property will attract more potential lessees and also increase the rental income. Before we move on, if you find this content helpful, hit the like button. Third is of course money. We all know that in any real estate investment, money will always be involved. Di maiiwasan ito. Remember that when you don't buy in cash, there are two major financial components. First, it's a down payment, either to the developer or to the seller. Some will need a huge sum of cash up front, while others you have to pay over several months or years. The second component is the remaining balance. Yes, money will always be involved, but it doesn't have to be a huge sum of money up front, or it doesn't necessarily mean you're using your own money. There are several real estate investing strategies where you only need to have knowledge and to put in the effort, while you get the money in part or in whole from someone else. Combination number one, you have extensive knowledge and you can put in a lot of effort, but you don't have a lot of money. What can you do? One strategy is bringing in co-buyers or co-investors who can share with or finance the whole cost. Depending on your agreement with your co-buyers, you can reduce the amount of money you're putting in to practically nothing. You, on the other hand, bring in the knowledge and the effort into looking for a great property to invest in, and you can handle all the work that has to be done in managing the property. Having co-buyers can also allow you to buy a bigger property or a property in a better location, which you otherwise can't afford by yourself. Another strategy you can employ is when you don't have a lot of money upfront is leveraging. Leveraging is when you borrow other people's money to finance your investment. There are many ways to use leverage. These range from the simplest to some of the most advanced strategies. The simplest, of course, is when you invest in pre-selling properties. With pre-selling, you're able to lock in your contract price from the moment you reserve the property and pay the developer only a relatively small amount monthly over the entire pre-selling period. In other words, you are using the developer's money to buy the property early on at its lowest possible price at 0% interest. If you want to know which pre-selling developments have high growth potential, schedule a free consultation with me or message me by the link in the description. Another common leveraging strategy in real estate is using the bank's money through home loans to generate gains and cash flow that are significantly more than the interest. To learn more about maximizing the power of leverage through home loans, check out my other video. Another way to leverage is by employing a no money down strategy, which is a more advanced strategy. You can use creative financing like getting creditors other than banks. You have to know how to negotiate with potential investors and creditors, analyze the property, and improve your returns through consistent effort. This takes a lot of knowledge and effort, but once you know how to do it safely and smartly, the returns are fast compared to other strategies and the possibilities are limitless. Implementing no money down strategies isn't only used because you don't have money. Believe it or not, some of the most successful real estate investors, such as Robert Kiyosaki, would still use the no money down strategy because they are world-class in knowledge and effort. Combination number 2. You have a lot of money and you have extensive knowledge, but you can't put in a lot of effort. What can you do? You can still be successful in real estate investing even with minimal effort. It's called passive investing. There are 2 ways to approach this. One is having your properties leased out long-term. Generally speaking, a long-term lease is a lot less demanding than a short-term lease, and certainly a lot less effort than constantly buying and selling properties. 2 is you can have the properties managed by outsourcing it or by getting co-investors who are willing to do the work in exchange for capital. With the amount of money that you have, you can easily delegate the property management aspect to somebody else and just use the time and knowledge in building a robust real estate investment portfolio. Combination number 3. You have a lot of money and you're willing to put in a lot of effort, but you don't have extensive knowledge or expertise. What can you do? First is hiring a consultant. Let's say you have a piece of land and you don't know what to do with it to maximize your gains. If you choose the wrong strategy, you could be leaving millions of pesos of profit on the table. Instead of risking that, you could hire a consultant to help you map out the right strategy based on the property in order to maximize your gains long term. Hiring a consultant at the planning stage may be best. Second is going into a deal with co-buyers who have expertise on how to analyze properties and how to maximize the gains while you execute on actually managing the property later on. So if you're just starting out, focus on just 2 things and be good at it. In doing so, you are making yourself indispensable in any real estate opportunity that comes along. Thank you for watching. If you want to inquire about the pre-selling developments that I offer, you may get sample computations or sign up for a free consultation by visiting my website or by messaging me on my social media. I'm an accredited broker of the country's most trusted developers. And if you want to learn more about real estate investing, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other video. Let's get rich and financially free, one property at a time.